Hello, everyone. Welcome to the continuation of the 2018 Colorado Rockies Strat Super Advanced Replay. Today is game number 90, the final game of a three-game series against the Seattle Mariners. Tonight's pitching matchup is Antonio Senzatela for the Rockies and Wade LeBlanc for the Mariners. And we'll just go ahead and get started with today's game. Leading off is the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, facing the left-handed pitching LeBlanc. And against a righty, that's a play for the shortstop, Jean Segura. 17 means he'll get to it easily. The throw to first is in time, as Segura makes a nice play and on the 6-3 putout. And that's one away. And here is Charlie Blackmon, today's designated hitter. And here's the pitch, lefty-lefty matchup. And that's a 9, and that's a 9, and that's a fly ball deep right center field, and kiss it goodbye. Home run Charlie Blackmon. And it's 1-0 Rockies. And here is Nolan Arenado. Help fight the third dice. And we'll re-roll. Foul ball. And that's a base hit right back up the middle. So, sorry about the misroll there. And runner on first with one out. And here is Trevor Story, the shortstop. Fly ball to right field. That's Mitch Haniger under it. And that's 2 down. And here is Ian Desmond. Oops. Forgot to roll that. Nope. And that's a ground ball, second base, going towards the bag. At second is D. Gordon. Gets and throws, and that'll retire the side. The Blackmon homer gives the Rockies a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the first. And here is Senzatela facing D. Gordon, the son of Tom Flash Gordon. Here's the pitch to Gordon. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball to LeMahieu. Easy play. And that's the first out of the inning. And here is Jean Segura. Oops. And that's a play for the first baseman. That is Desmond on a 19. They'll get to it. Can he make, and the throw to Senzatela covering 8 and a 10 is in time. So Desmond, the throw to Senzatela covering, and that's 2 down here in the bottom half of the first with the Rockies leading 1-0. And here is Mitch Haniger. And that's a roller, so that's a leaner, so that's a foul ball. And Haniger rips one in the gap, and it'll roll around, and Haniger is on third with the triple. So, 2-out triple by Mitch Haniger, and here's Nelson Cruz, who you would hope to have avoided with a runner on. However, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Mariners leave a runner on third, and after one complete, it's 1-0 Rockies. And here's LeBlanc to face Carlos Gonzalez, the right fielder. And here's the pitch to Cargo. And against the lefty, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the leadoff man is down on strikes, and here is Chris Iannetta, the catcher. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball in the hole. Second baseman Gordon gets it, and that's the second out of the inning. And here's Gerardo Parra, the left fielder. And he is weak against everybody, but that's actually a better result. 1-13, because he does not have normal power, is a single, would be a single. However, a 14 means that is a double. So Parra rips one into the gap and off the wall. And here is Noel Cuevas. And that's a fly ball to center field. Guillermo Heredia is under it, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the second, 1-0 Rockies. And up now is Kyle Seager, the third baseman. And that's a ground ball right back to the mound. Easy play for Senzatela, and that's one away. And here's Denard Span, the left fielder. And an 11 means that's a base hit past the second baseman. And they will 1-16. They're going to try to get Span a lead. And no. So, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That might be balk rating. And there's no balk. Okay. 1 would be the second number for a pickoff. 2 would be for balk rating, and there's no balk. So, not able to get a jump. And here's Ryan Healy, the first baseman. Nothing there. 4-11 against a righty, and that's an 11. So it's a line drive caught by Trevor Story. 2 down. And here's Guillermo Heredia. 1 and a 5, and Senzatela is only a wild pitch of 1. So re-roll with no nice stop by Ionetta. And that's a leaner, so that's a foul ball. 1-9 against a righty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Go to the top half of the third. 1-0 Rockies. And LeBlanc will face DJ LeMahieu, back to the top of the order. Grounded out his first time up. And LeMahieu rips into the gap, and it's cut off. And they will hold LeMahieu to a single. Yeah, it's a 1-13 would have been a double, but that's a 17. So here's Charlie Blackmon. They're not holding him on. All right, nothing on the... And against a righty, a lefty. Oof, which was against a righty. Lefty, that's a fly ball left field. Under it is Span, and that's 1 away. And here's Nolan Arenado. And against a righty, that's a base hit to left field. Now, they will not go, because if you go from first to third and against the left fielder, you lose 2. So, be 1-13, and they won't bother. So, and here's Trevor Story with runners on first and second. They will not hold any runners on. And 1-9 against a lefty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down here with runners on first and second. And here's Ian Desmond. And 1. And there is no wild pitch rating for LeBlanc, so that's a re-roll. And that cost him that pitch in the dirt. And that's ripped in the gap. Rounding third and heading home is LeMahieu. And stopping at third is Arenado. As Desmond rips a double. And it is now 2-0 Rockies with runners on second and third and 2 outs. And here's Carlos Gonzalez. Okay, nothing there. 3-10 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to third. Seager up with it, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies get another run and make it 2-0, going to the bottom of the third. And Senzatela will face David Freitas, the catcher. And then back to the top of the order, Gordon and Segura. And 3-7 against a righty. That's a high ball 4, and Freitas is on first, leadoff walk, and they will not hold Freitas on. And here's D. Gordon. They'll bring the corners in. They won't bunt in the third inning, but... And 3-6 against a righty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gordon down on strikes. And they'll keep the corners in for Segura. Nothing on that 20. And Segura is weak against righties, so that will be a line drive base hit. Going to third is Freitas. And first and third with one out. And here is Mitch Haniger. They will hold Segura on. For 7 against a righty. Ground ball to third. Arenado to second for 1. On to first, not in time. So Freitas will score on the fielder's choice. And it's the deficit, the Rockies' lead is cut to 2-1. Oops, yeah, 2 down. Okay. And here is Nelson Cruz. Struck out his last time up, and they will not hold Haniger. And that's a fly ball, deep left field. In the edge of the warning track is Parra, and he will make the catch. Whew. Ballpark, it was a diamond shot, but actually no, that's 1-4. That's actually a line drive to the shortstop. So, anyway, it's an out. And that'll retire the side. The Mariners answer back with a run in the bottom half of the third and now trail 2-1. And here is Chris Iannetta, grounded out of his first time up. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Segura, that'll get through for a base hit. At least it won't get... Oh, boy. Will this be where he compounds himself? 20 and an 18. No! So, just he knocks it down. The scorer will call it a single. And he just... I guess a great play by the first baseman, Healy, to prevent it from going in the dugout. And here is Gerardo Parra, doubled his first time up. And that's a ground ball in the hole in second. Only play is to first, and Iannetta and Parra is out, but Iannetta will move to second. And here is Noel Cuevas. All right, nothing on the red D20. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And they're 2 down with a runner on second. And here's DJ LeMahieu up for the third time. And that plays for the third baseman, Seager. 2 and a 4. Let's see, 2 and a 4, and they're not holding him on, so that's fine. Seager is an E15 and an 8. There is no 8, so great play by Seager, diving towards second, gets up and throws out LeMahieu, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the fourth. Rockies still lead 2-1. And here is Kyle Seager, who made that great play. And that play is to Arenado, who thankfully is a 1, and he'll get to that on a 3. and E15, and there should not be an 11, and there is not. So, Arenado, nice play, and throws out his fellow third baseman, and that's one away. And here's Denard Span, and that's a fly ball to left. Parra will be under it. Can he make the nice running catch? That was an 11, but E6 and an 8. That is fine. Parra makes a nice running catch, and that's 2 down. And here's Ryan Healy, the first baseman. He lined out his first time up. And that's a ground ball to LeMahieu in the hole. And a 16, that's fine. Ooh, 5 and a 15. I have to look at this one. Nope, 16 would have been an error, but 15 is okay. So, nice scoop by Desmond, and that'll retire the side. 4 complete in Seattle. Rockies lead 2-1. And here is LeBlanc. And this is his point of weakness inning, meaning if he gives up 3 hits or walks combined, he will be tired. And Charlie Blackmon has taken him high, deep, and gone for the second time today. Home run for Blackmon is 6-11, and that's a 2, and it was 1-9 is the home run check for the Diamonds. And here is Nolan Arenado. For 9, and that's a line drive caught by Seager. And that's 1 down. And here's Trevor Story. And Story hits one deep to left field. Going back on it is Span, and that's gone. 1-14 is a home run, and that's a 10. And LeBlanc maybe looking for relief here. Let's see here. James Pezos and is loosening in the pen. And as is Jason Bradford. So, action coming in the bullpen as the Rockies now take a 4-1 lead. And here's Ian Desmond. And that ball is hit deep to left field, but not deep enough. In front of the track is Span, and that's the second out. LeBlanc is not fooling anybody in this inning. And here's Carlos Gonzalez. And that's a fly ball to center field. Heredia, a 2 and an 11. We'll get to that. And E0, he'd make the play. There's no rare play. So Heredia makes the play to end the inning. However, the Rockies get 2. And after 4.5, it's 4-1 Rockies. And LeBlanc is probably going to hit the showers after that half inning. All right, so in Senzatela, this is his point of weakness as well. So here's Guillermo Heredia, struck out his first time up. And against the righty, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So down on strikes for the second time is Heredia. And here's David Freitas. He walked and scored his first time up. And that's a fly ball to center field, and this is Cuevas. Oh boy, that's going to be over his head. Ooh, 7 and a 14. No, that won't be an error, but a 4 and a 5. And he does a great job cutting it off. And Freitas is held to a single. Wow. So, good play by Cuevas to at least hold it to a single. And here is D. Gordon. They will not hold Freitas on. Gordon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And And against a lefty, that's a fly ball to right field. And Gonzalez will take care of that. And that's 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's Gene Segura. And against a righty, that's a ground ball right back to the mound. Senzatela gets it and underhands it to first, and that'll retire the side. After 5 complete, Rockies 4, Mariners 1. And that will be it for Wade LeBlanc today, facing 24 batters in 5 innings. So here is James Pezos to pitch the 6th inning. Pezos. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right, please. All right, he will face Chris Iannetta, who singled his last time up. And maybe having a little jitters, that's high, ball 4. And Iannetta's on with a leadoff walk. And here is Gerardo Parra. They will not hold on Iannetta. Okay, 3, 4 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to third. The second for 1. The return throw not in time. So Parra beats out the return throw. And they will hold him on. Freitas is a +1, so he'd be a -1. 1 to 16 if he got the jump. They will try to get a jump for Parra. Ooh, a 5? No. He had to get a 4 or a 6 to get a jump. And here's Noel Cuevas with a runner on first and 1 out. 2-12 against the lefty. Line drive to third, and Parra will be doubled off as he somehow decided to forget how many outs there were, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the 6th with the Rockies leading 4-1, and Chasen Bradford will be coming into the game to pitch the 7th. And Nick Vincent will also be loosening in the pen. So, all right, here's Senzatela. They will let him pitch the 6th. And leading off the bottom half of the 6th is Mitch Haniger. And that's a fly ball center field. Coming in a few steps is Cuevas, and that's 1 away. And here is Nelson Cruz. 0 for 2 on the day, strikeout in the lineout. And not this time. That's line drive into the gap. And Cruz will stop at second with a stand-up double. And here is Kyle Seager. They will not hold Cruz on. Nothing there. Line drive right to Arenado. And that's 2 down. And here is Denard Span. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball center field. Going back on it is Cuevas, makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. We're through 6. Rockies lead 4-1. And Senzatela will probably come out for the 7th as well, as he's faced 24 batters. And out of the game will be Pezos, and in we'll have Nick Vincent come into the game to pitch the 7th. And Vincent will face the top of the order, LeMahieu, Blackman, and Arenado. And LeMahieu facing the righty. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single. And it's a ground ball in the hole. Gordon gets it, fires the first in time. And here's Charlie Blackman. 2 home runs on the day, 2 for 3. And this time it's a fly ball left field. Not deep. Under it is Span, and that's 2 down. And here's Nolan Arenado. 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. And against the righty, that's a fly ball to right field. Under it is Haniger, and that'll retire the side in order. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th. And you guys can do your own renditions of Take Me Out to the Ball Game and add your home team as you choose. All right, Senzatela will come out for the 7th. This will be probably his last inning because the rule is it's the point of weakness plus 2 innings without being automatically tired. So the Jake McGee and Chris Rusin are loosening in the pen. And that's a line drive caught by Arenado. 1 down. And here is Guillermo Heredia. And against the righty, that's a ground ball to Arenado in the hole. Gets it, fires, and got him. And here is David Freitas. He has reached base twice today, a single and a walk. And that plays for the shortstop Story. 14 and an 8 should be okay, and it is. And that'll retire the side in order. And they might just let Senzatela go until he gives up a hit. And they'll says, "Leave me in, coach. I'm feeling good." And they probably will. Chasen Bradford will come out in the 8th inning. Whoops. Rockies do not score. We go to the top of the 8th. As I enter Bradford's name into the scorecard. Okay. And he'll face Story Desmond Gonzalez. Story homered his last time up. And this time he draws a leadoff walk. And Story will try to get a jump. A 2 through 5 will do it. And oh, that's a 2, but no. Okay, so there's a rule for Super Advanced Stealing where you can roll a d20. If it's a 1, you go off the second number on the running rating for in the parentheses. And a 2 is a check on the balk rating. And there is no balk, but Story cannot get a jump. And here is Ian Desmond holding him on. No, they won't hit and run here. 3-9. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So and here's Carlos Gonzalez. 5-10, and that's a 2, and that's a base hit past the second baseman, Gordon. Moving to second is Story. It's only his singles are 1-2, and that was a 2. So here's Chris Iannetta, has been on base twice today, single and a walk, along with a ground out. And here's the pitch to Iannetta. Alex Colome is loosening in the bullpen. Okay, so that's a play for the catcher. Freitas is a 4 and a 6. We'll check the error check first. And an E5 will not make an error on a 7. No. But the 4 and a 6 is with a runner on. You check the pass ball, or you check the wild pitch rating. So Bradford's only a wild pitch of 3. And that's a 20. So that's just a pop-up in front of home plate. Freitas takes care of it. 2 down. And now they'll let Bradford stay on and pitch to Gerardo Parra with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And that's a high pop-up left side of the infield. Gordon under it, and that'll retire the side. Rockies leave 2, And we go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-1. And Senzatela will be coming out, although he is immediately tired because he's gone past the 2 innings, past his normal point of weakness. So McGee and Rusin are ready if needed. So any dots now will be single 2 stars. And so we're back to the top of the order, and D. Gordon. And against the lefty, that's a base hit right up the middle. And that'll be all for Senzatela. Went 7 innings and gets a nice hand from the team, nice high fives from teammates in the dugout. And Jake McGee will come on. And that runner is Senzatela's responsibility. And they will hold, and not down 3, they won't steal. Excuse me. They will definitely hold Gordon on. Here's Gene Segura. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball left field. Coming in on it is Para, and that's 1 down. And here is Mitch Haniger, tripled and reached on a fielder's choice in 3 plate appearances. And 4-6 against the righty. That's a ground ball to second. LeMahieu, can they turn 2? 1 and a 8. Oh, that's probably... Yes, that's G1. Can they complete it? Yes, they can. LeMahieu, great play. The second, the Story back to first, double play. And so that's the easy way to get 3 outs if you're a reliever and 2 batters. We go to the top half of the 9th. Wade Davis is loosening in the Rockies bullpen, unless they score. And Alex Colomé will now come in and pitch for the Mariners as he's the 4th reliever. And he will face Noel Cuevas and then back to the top of the order. All right, so Colomé, the righty, facing Cuevas. And that's a play for the first baseman. That's Healy, 4 and an 8. Ooh, he makes the play because he's not holding anybody on. There's nobody on base. And 10 and a 12. Oh, an 11 would have been an error, but a 12 is not. So great play by Healy going in the hole. Fires to Colomé covering, and that's 1 down. And here is DJ LeMahieu. And that's high, ball 4. So LeMahieu reaches for the 2nd time today. And here is Charlie Blackmon. 2 homers and 2 fly out the left. So maybe he'll homer this time. Nope, not this time. Fly ball center field. There under it is Heredia, 2 down. And here is Nolan Arenado. 2 for 4 on the day with 2 singles. And make that 3 hits today, because that's a deep fly ball, and that is gone. Home run Nolan Arenado, and Chris Rusin will now be up and loosening, as this will not be a safe situation. And it's now 6-1 Rockies. And here's Trevor Story with 2 down. And that play is for the right fielder, Haniger. A 3, he'll get to it. On a 10. Roll 10 on the D20. And a 8 and a 10 for a corner outfielder is fine. So Haniger makes the nice running catch to retire the side. The 2-run homer by Arenado. And that will mean that Chris Rusin will now come in the game to try to finish this off for the Rockies. Wade Davis will still be loosening, but they will hope not to use him. And Russin will face Cruz, Seager, and Span here in the bottom half of the ninth. And Cruz hits one deep to left field, but room for Parra, and he will make the catch. And that was a 1-9 chance, and that was a 17, so that was a easy play. And here's Seager with one down here in the bottom of the ninth. Line drive to first, caught by Desmond. 2 down. And here is Denard Span, last hope for the Mariners. And that's a fly ball right field. Going back on it is Gonzalez, makes the catch in front of the track, and that'll be your ball game. Your final score for today, the Rockies win this one 6-1. Nolan Arenado saving Wade Davis from coming out with a 2-run homer in the ninth, but Charlie Blackmon, your offensive hero for the Rockies, with 2 home runs, and then Antonio Senzatela with a masterful 7-inning performance today, only giving up the 1 run in the 3rd inning on the fielder's choice when Freitas scored on the Haniger fielder's choice. All right, everybody, that will be it for this series against the Mariners. The next game that you will see will be the continuation of my Indians 2016, I should say, 14-game winning streak. That will be a game against the Tampa Bay Rays, pending I can actually get all the players in. The pitching matchup will be Drew Smiley for the Rays, and to be announced might be Corey Kluber. I don't know who for the Indians. So tune in, you'll find out who pitches for the Indians. All right, everybody, that's all from here from Seattle. If you are watching my channel for the first time, thank you for tuning in. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon, and you'll be notified of any new videos. And if you would please do so, hit the like button. And whatever games you are playing in this time, may your games be lively and your games be good and fun. Have a good night, everybody.